Wara.
Yes.
Wara, meaning?
It means Minister of Happiness.
Why do they call you that?
Well, I think mainly because of, the style of play that I portray on the field. Whenever I get on the field, I just transmit joy. Football, it's a game of fun and enjoyment, That's why it's called a game. So it's gotta have that element of enjoyment in it. So once I step on the field, obviously for the benefit of the team, kasi flavor.
Oh yeah, I get you. And by the way, thank you so much for coming through to our studio. It's not something we take for granted. You could have opted to say, you know what, it's fine, let's have the interview, but let's do it telephonically. But you made time to come here, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and it's always a pleasure.
20, you played over 20 Premier League games for Yanga. How has been the experience? And if you are to compare it with our DSTV Premiership here?
Yeah, look, the NBC Premier League it's a very competitive league, a fast, rapid growing league in Africa, if I should say. So it's very competitive, I must say. There's teams, I think 2 teams in the East Africa, mainly Yanga and Simba, which were competing in the CAF Champions League, It's very seldom that you get 2 teams in one country competing in the Champions League. So with now, as I'm coming into the party, competing frequently, Young Africans is a big team in the East Africa, no question about it. And, they've reached a milestone. The president of the club, Mr. Engineer Hersi, he's done a very tremendous job with the team. Them reaching the quarterfinals of the CAF Champions League, winning the Maiden League, and also winning the Confederation Cup in Tanzania. So it's a very, very, very big achievement for the club. And if you were to compare the NBC Premier League with the DSTV Premier League, I don't think it's fair because of the type of, firstly, the infrastructure in South Africa is a little bit advanced than Tanzania. But if you were to talk about the passion of football, Tanzanians, I think they leave us very far, because football in Tanzania is a religion, my brother. Like, the supporters are so crazy about football. If you play football, football is a powerhouse, It's like a religion in East Africa. That's something that's making them to prosper like that.
If you were to compare Yanga, Simba, you just mentioned Azam, and you try to paint the picture using our local teams, which team would be Yanga in the context of South Africa? Which one would be Simba?
With all due respect, they are all in different leagues and in different, levels, I think. But if I was just to look at Yanga, I would compare it with Mamelodi Sundowns, because, mainly because of their achievements. Sundowns has been winning the league, winning cups and
back
everything.
to back, yeah.
Yeah, so that's exactly what is happening in Tanzania.